Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for My Hero Academia episode 21. This is my rewatch series. If you guys don't know how the rewatch series works, please go check out the first episode, and that is where I explain it, so that way I don't have to keep doing this every episode. Um, for like in-depth stuff. And I'm also watching subtitled, if you don't know by now. And this is full length, so you guys need the footage yourselves, and you can sync up with a timer in that corner when I get started. And also, in case you guys want to hear something kind of gross, I just made a cup of coffee because I'm binging. So I don't know. I was kind of in the mood for some coffee. Not that I'm like super tired. It just seemed kind of like a nice thing I kind of wanted. And I just got done making it, and there was a friggin' ant in it. Crunchy. I'm just kidding. I ended up remaking the entire cup of coffee, so don't worry. I washed out the cup and everything. I don't know how it happened, honestly. I had just gotten the cup. It wasn't in the cup because I poured the sugar in, and I looked in the cup, and so I didn't like leave it anywhere too long, and I went like right away and made the coffee, poured the creamer in, and all of a sudden there was a freaking ant in it, and I don't know how it got there. The only thing I can think of is maybe it somehow got up inside my Keurig and shot out with the coffee, which is pretty gross to think about. I'm really glad it floated, because if it didn't float, I could have just sucked that thing down, and that would have sucked. Okay. Oh, that would have been horrible. But yeah, so that was my exciting moments in between these episodes, because I'm binging a bunch of episodes. This is actually my this right here is my third My Hero episode, and I watched a Boruto episode before that, so, and I'm gonna be watching this one and one more, and then I'll be done for tonight. But yeah, that was my adventure. So yeah, we are into this tournament. As of episode 20, we had the fight with Midoriya versus Shinso. We also had the fight between Todoroki and Sero, and now we're gonna, in both of those fights were resolved, very emotional stuff and all that. So yeah, let's just hop in, because I did enough talking before this episode. Alrighty, so we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. The world has become a superhuman society, and about 80% of the world's population now has some kind of special trait. In this world swirling with chaos, the profession that everyone admired. I read that wrong. Messed me up. The greatest. Oh. Now that I think about it, I could have told the coffee story while we watched the intro. But, life is full of regrets, and that's just another one added on to the pile of mine, I guess. I tried to think of something clever. Didn't work. Ooh, what am I gonna cook tonight after I'm done all these recordings and everything? I don't know. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm playing on my phone while the intro goes. I've seen this intro so many times today. I can't stand it. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Alrighty, it's about to be over. It is a good intro, though, so don't get me wrong. I wonder what those UA things on the concrete came from. Is it just like a rug kind of thing they put down? Because I don't think Cementos could have made something with color, you know? He seems to just manipulate the cement. Battle on, challengers. Yeah, so we have Denki versus Ibarra, is her name, I think it was. She doesn't seem like a bad person, but this feels so fake, you know? When I first saw it, I expected her to like really have like the personality of like a an assassin kind of person, but she doesn't seem like we never really saw that out of her later on or anything. God damn it, Kaminari. It's funny because they kind of break the trope of lightning powers being OP because his power is really strong, but and it could be even stronger if he learns to control it better. Like if he can ever do like precise attacks with it easily, it could be super strong. But when he uses it like this and just blows his entire load in one hit, and then he's freaking brain fried. Yeah, this is pretty much how things end for him. I love that song. Free your mind. Do 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 do. So good. Ibarra won. but that face she gives kind of gives her a little bit of like a she's not honest with that personality, maybe. I want that quirk. Can't go bald. I'm balding a little bit. Getting old. God damn it, this guy. I never remember his name. What was it? Monoma? Was it? Maybe? Or is that the girl? Is that her that always stops? I don't know. How I know what not Kaminari, Karui looks like under his mask. But his costume looks awesome. I wonder how much of it is a costume. Yeah. uh, just, just bouncing off him. I actually like. I've grown to really enjoy Bakugo's character, especially on like a rewatch when like some of the future stuff makes me really like him more and more. But being able to like him more and more because of the future stuff makes me watching him now like enjoy him a lot more than my first time watching through. Aww, what a sweet compliment from Uraraka. Iida. Oh yeah, this fight. She's just pointing at it. Uh, it's like the sad music. It's funny how the music in this show can give you emotion, like so many emotional feels, even in like a kind of a silly situation like this. Freaking midnight. Yeah. I love Hatsume Mei. She is one of my favorite characters. She probably would be my favorite character if she was in the show regularly. God, did he hit his like calves on that? Like his lower leg on that pole? Because that would hurt if you just ran into that pole. Ugh. I also wonder. I just thought of this thing that did that thing shoot out automatically to defend her? Because if you're not ready for that, that could like injure you. You know, that sensor goes off and it's just all of a sudden you're unexpectedly like lunged in a direction. Could give you like whiplash. But it also might be that the thing just beeped when he got close and she's the one that activated it. So this fight is so ridiculous. Poor Iida. Get her. And right here, wouldn't he be considered immobilized? We don't see how he gets out, do we? I guess I don't know how long you have until you're considered immobilized. Hatsume Mei! Hatsume Mei! What is she, a politician? 10 minutes later. Oh, man. The end. But it's not the end of the episode. They lied to me. Go men. Oh. I like how they mislead you a little bit here with Uraraka leaving like that because I think almost everybody that I've watched as reactions go, and I'm pretty sure I thought this the first time, is that she was jealous of Hatsume Mei because, you know, Midoriya is talking about her and she's always kind of had that like viewpoint, you know? But she's really just nervous because her match is coming up. Is something gonna come out of those horns? No. Beat her. Where your clothes get ripped off! It's so terrible. It's funny, I was watching a streamer play. No offense to anybody that enjoys the games, but some of the Japanese games are really strange, like some of the anime games. and I was watching a streamer with one that you shot people. Like you basically walked around a school shooting girls, and their like clothes came off, and they were just in their underwear. It's like what the heck is this guy playing? I love how she can like skate around on her acid. It's such a cool use for acid, you know? Like if you told me someone could create like a acid type lubricant, I wouldn't even if you said like the lubricant part, I wouldn't have thought they'd skate around on it, you know? Oh, this poor Belt. I hope he has backups. Whitey tighties. I love Aoyama. He's such a weird, quirky character, but I think that's what I love about this show is just the cast is all they're all so different. They don't all have to be like, cool badasses or anything. They all just have their own personalities. God damn it. Mineta. 9th. Interesting. I guess it's pretty good. 9th out of 20. And I like how Midoriya mentioned, like, even considering the boys. It's kind of sexist, but I'm pretty sure it's just, like, scientific fact that men are just, like, naturally a little stronger than women are. Sorry if that offends anybody, I don't mean to. She's just too much in her head. I think that's kind of a problem with a quirk like hers, though, you know? Like, you have to know the molecular structure, and you need to figure out, like, what you can make and how to make it to counter the person you're going up against. And, like, where if you have a simple, like, a somewhat simple power like Dark Shadow, you just play aggressive, but she has to be so much more, like, creative with her quirk creation. And it's just too bad, but this this storyline here that they do for Momo is like I was really mad when I originally watched this the first time ever. I was like, "Oh, I really wanted to see more from Momo. I feel like she could have been like really good, you know?" But uh the path that they let her lead on to realize her like potential and everything, I really like it. So I'm not as upset with this fight these days anymore when I see it. Yep. And he didn't even have to hurt her. Hmm. Poor. I mean, not poor. I agree with Ojiro. That's gotta make you feel a bit frustrated. A matchup between redundant quirks. Tetsu, 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 Tetsu. Manly and passionate hardening is the most misleading, out of context line you could read if you don't know what's happening. Raw! Oh, awesome fight. Sorta. I don't know why I said that. It's not super awesome, but. Yeah. Hmm. I've always wondered why she said that about his match. I don't know. Like how his match would relate to hers. Like trying to think back to what her fight is like. I don't know. I actually don't know the connection there that made her say that. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Yeah, he would. Not very considerate of you to just straight up say that, Midoriya, but it is true. He wouldn't hold back against anyone, even if it is a girl or whoever it is. He wouldn't hold back. He's just gonna win. That's all he wants to do. But you wouldn't want someone to hold back against you, I don't think, in a competition like this, unless you're like a real kind of screwy person where you just want to win so much that you don't even care if you earn it or not. Then I guess having someone take the fall for you wouldn't affect you, but I'd want to win for real. Yeah. Yep. Strong uppercut. I like how they're just getting around each other's defenses so easily. He put up his defenses, got uppercutted, and then Kirishima put up his defenses and got punched in the side of the head. I wonder. I wonder what kind of special moves, like Kirishima or Tetsu could come up with their quirks. I wonder if that's a compliment or an insult, saying like an inspiring quirk like that would make me want him as a sidekick. When these people are trying to become heroes, and most of them probably want to become like actual heroes and not sidekicks. But like most of them do start as sidekicks, so I do wonder. Would it be more of a compliment for someone to say like that power is really suited to be a hero, or I'd like to have that person as a sidekick? I feel like it's more insulting to be called a sidekick, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Bakugo versus. Yeah. Freaking Bakugo's face. I can't imagine. I always try to find something to talk about during this outro here because I like to watch it to the end because I don't know when all the after credits are and everything. But um, it's something I always think about when I watch anime or any kind of cartoon or anything where they do voice acting rather than just acting. I just imagine they have to stand in a room and do some of these voice lines. So this guy, like, playing as an announcer, has to sit in a room and just yell this stuff. And that's like, I don't know if I could do something like that. Like, I've thought, like, it'd be really cool to be a voice actor. But at the same time, some of these situations where these voice actors get put into, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to put up, like, that kind of, like, emotion and, like, just being able to project myself that much when I'm just in, you know, a room with a microphone or something. Like, I don't know exactly how voice acting works, but I think it'd be a lot easier to do this kind of like voiceover if you're actually in a stadium in like the situation. You really get like the feeling of it. But him like yelling that start just made me think of it. Alrighty, and there's no after credits, so that is the end of episode 21. That's a fun one. You get to see a lot of fights going on and everything. They cruise through a bunch of them, and they definitely give some focus on others, where some of the other ones are more like silly and end really quickly. But I like it. I really like the pacing that the show goes into. But yeah, I'm gonna be watching one more tonight for me, which is gonna actually finish up this week's videos. I binged all four from the first episode to or from what is it? I watched 19, 20, 21, and 22, which is the four episodes that get released this week. And then tomorrow, I think I'll be watching 22, no, 23, 24, 25, and 26, which will have me ready for next week as well. And I think I'm also going to watch one more episode of Reincarnated, which will mean, and I watched Boruto tonight, so which means that has my Thursday and Friday covered as well. And I think, oh yeah, and one of these days I also need to watch another fairy tale, and then that will put me ahead for Monday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, which is a week that I'm going to be really busy. Give me a lot of free time. But yeah, you guys don't really care about that. I'm just rambling about it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to be getting into the next one here. If you guys enjoyed, please like the video, subscribe, all that stuff that you guys know what most YouTubers say. Make sure you check out my reactions, because this is a rewatch series is much different than my reactions, so if you enjoy this kind of stuff, check those out if there's any shows I'm watching, or you could subscribe and keep an eye out for any shows that I start that you might like. You can also let me know in the comments if there's any shows you'd like me to watch that are animes. And you can also see my anime list is down in the description, so you can check that out to see what shows I've watched. I think you might be able to Control F to search for the name of the show that you might be recommending, so that way you're not recommending shows that I've already seen. And also my plan to watch section is where I'm putting shows that are either shows that I want to watch or shows that are recommended by you guys. And that stuff will be on that list, and you can see that and all that. So whenever one of these shows ends, or if the channel picks up and I'm able to open an extra slot for another show, I'll be able to pick one of those off that list. And then also, if people support me on Patreon and I get enough patrons, I'll be able to do votes and stuff in different polls that will let you guys pick what I watch next. Which is pretty cool. For only, like, if you support with the $1 tier, then you're able to participate in that kind of stuff. And as everything grows, I'll be adding more benefits. And if you do the higher tiers, you can also get access to on my reactions, you can see an episode ahead, sometimes a few episodes ahead, depending on how much I have extra watched. But you get early access to an extra episode that week, and you can get full length, which is the format that I use for these videos. You'd be able to get for my reactions as well, so you won't have the cut up stuff on the Vimeo links and everything. You'd be able to watch the full episode and all that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the links in the description to the Patreon and the MAL, my anime list. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, which I'm going to start right now. Bye, guys.